Hey, this is Dave coming at you from Southeast Michigan again. I haven't done a video in a little bit, just been busy and trying to create some more content that's newer than, you know, just one siding piece at a time. The siding has been taking us a while, but we've been busy doing a lot of other things. But yeah, we've got the lift here, like I said, and just as I predicted, we're dealing with a lot of soupy mud here, which creates a problem. You'll probably hear my dog Colby barking a lot in the video. For some reason, if I look at this dog, if I get more than, you'll see, I'll get a couple more feet away, she'll start barking and she won't stop. She doesn't like, look at, I got her set up with a fire, little bed there. Colby, you always want to come out here, but the second you get here, you have like anxiety. But who knows? But she loves coming out here. She can't wait whenever I say, do you want to go to the property? She's the first in line. But anyways, I'll show you what we got done here. We've actually been doing pretty good with having scrap. We got a lot of scrap here, but then we have a couple more shorter walls on the backside. But we've had the lift for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, but there's been a decent amount of rainy days in there. But we got this. Yeah, Colby, I'm right here, not going anywhere. We got this all the way up and around the back, and there was a lot of trim work that we never got to. We didn't do this trim work here either, so we got all that done. And one thing to point out, whenever you're running up a rake or anytime the wood's sloped, the trim work, you can see here, I don't know if it picks up on the video, but you definitely want to bend like a Z-channel type of aluminum out of your stock that you've got. That just prevents, even though it'll be caulked and everything, you don't want water beating down constantly on a piece of trim that's bare, even if it's painted. So you just leave that little lip. Maybe you could see it on this video. Then on the other side, I'll show you whenever you have the butt seams that you want to use some step flashing on those seams because water can get in there. But there's a really good video, a lot of videos that show this product, so I'll just give you this quick little, because we're like at that spot where you can see it pretty good. Like right there, you just center a standard piece of, I believe it's like an 8-inch flashcard stock, and you just, the siding on the top overlaps the previous piece of siding by 1.25 inches, so you just leave the flashing piece about 1 inch down on the previous piece. That way you have like, it's still up above 1/4, but it still covers the previous siding. That way, if any water penetrates a little bit higher, it's spit out from the one below and just comes out. But yeah, that's where we've gotten on the siding. We have some done on the other side too, but it's really muddy back there right now. And I think my plan to avoid all that stuff, because it's showing 100% rain tomorrow. Today's Sunday, so Monday it's a work day. So we'll probably work down in Pontiac on a vacancy we've got. And on any of the days that aren't raining, it'll still be super wet. So I have all those posts over there, and I'll probably lay them down in really bad spots where we're driving a lot. And then I have 20 yards of some really cheap, you know, like the cheapest economy grade wood chips being delivered, about 20 yards Monday too. So, which that reminds me, if they're coming Monday, depending on what time they get here, that might make us to where we have to work here, but we have inside work to do. But that's where we're at. We're slowly but surely, I think from previous videos, I said that the high rakes will be the most time consuming, and we already have one done and we're well underway, and there was a learning curve. So now we're gonna move up on this a lot faster. One thing that makes it a little bit harder, it makes this siding time consuming where a lot of people might not realize it, is just the layout of making sure, you know, right where the wall studs are. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but we have a diagonal blue line chalk there. That represents the bottom of the top plate of the rake wall. So you'll have the 1.5 inch top plate plus 3.5 inches, so 5 inches of solid wood runs up there, and then below that is stud 16 on center, and above that is just random webbings in that scissor truss going up. So you have to find a lot of that, because you don't want to just be shooting through right into 1/2 inch OSB on cement board. It's just it would probably hold, but you know, I could see problems coming from that in the future. So plus it's against code. I believe there is a code. You can't you can't really put siding just on plywood. You can't shoot blind. You have to find where they're at. But that takes a little bit of time. It takes hour, you know, to really. What we do is Justin, he goes in there and, like, I'll drive a nail from out here, and Justin will measure up vertically and horizontal, left and right, to tell me where the studs are. The studs are easy because then after that it's just 16 on center. But the ones up there, we've noticed there are some vertical webbings around 24 on center, but some are like 16. It's random because it's a truss. And then the good news is on the back high rake coming up, it's a really shallow rake. It's really small. It'll be like 4-foot pieces. And then once that's done, geez, we're back to, I know this is a wall, but it doesn't feel like a wall when you're up there because you have all those diagonal cuts. But once we do that, we're gonna go on the back and do the big wall. But once you're on just a flat wall, most of your cuts are just gonna be vertical, horizontal type cuts, notch cuts, not as bad as the angled ones. You know, and then here we have this last, kind of the same type of wall as that one. But with this one, this is all driveway stone, so we're not affected by the wet clay at all. So we're leaving this one for like those real rainy days or the real soggy days where we just can't get anywhere around the house except for this spot. But anyways, that's where we're at. I'll definitely do a video when it's all done, and I'll probably do a firewood video here right after this one. I just want to keep the content separate for the topics and not let these videos go too long. But anyways, that's where we're at. And I came out here today on a Sunday because of the firewood. Someone is actually buying some. So anyways, with that, me and Kobe, I think, are gonna go sit by the fire and work on her anxiety. She seems to be, I don't know what it is. Kobe, I wish you could talk. We could talk about this. But anyways, this is Dave signing off.